But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up,
Whoa,
y'all?
hold on.
Is that Linus Tech?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
That's that dude. That's that TikToker.
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Give us one. Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ambidextrous. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle, Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it. I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, here is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level up, I go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the Chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the Chronic, that's word of Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike on the zip up. I get props whenever I be spitting. They gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the Chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assisting. I'm Michael Jordan. These rappers like Pippen. Think they on my level, homie. They be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make them panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the freestyle internet trend. Let's go.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on here doing freestyle raps for people. Could I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, dope. I need your help because I'm gonna improvise.
Okay.
Can you give me like a song topic?
Okay, a grizzly bear drinking milk.
A grizzly bear drinking milk.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh wow, you got a grizzly bear on your mug right there?
Yeah, it's milk. That's
You
what I
drinking
thought
milk
it.
out of there?
Yes.
Oh wow,
I do.
so this makes so much sense. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah. Come on, yeah. Any forest, I get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, yo, my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm a grizzly, it's mad facts. Us bears, we got a bad rap. Yeah, people aren't really aware. When they see us while they hiking, yo, they get scared. They like, no, that's that dude, that grizzly that's really gonna steal our food. Damn, hey, yo, his size is godly. He might even catch us and eat our bodies. Yeah, people think that I'ma eat them raw. People scared of my teeth, scared of my claws. People scared cause my size is giant, and they know in a fight that I'm certain to triumph. But here's the thing, I don't like people. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not evil. Nah, that's not the way I'm built. I ain't gonna eat you, I just want your milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur, it be smoother than silk. Hey, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, real big how I been built. I'm not really a fan of the skim milk. I do invent, loving to drink the 2%. Yeah, and y'all know I don't make people feel the wrath. I want the half and half, yeah. Yo, look in my eyes, they so dreamy. Pour me a glass of milk that's mad creamy. All the milk, you know it shook me. But hey, I think I'll need some cookies. Yeah, that's gonna make sure my mood don't get low. When I got the cookies, I can dip those. Yeah, if I got the milk, it's a miracle. Yeah, I might need a bowl of cereal. Aw shit, man, he even had the prop. Y'all know we drinking non-stop. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur, it be smoother than silk. Hey, so I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there, yeah. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, hey. And my fur, it be smoother than silk. Come on, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm about to make you aware. If you got milk, better pour a glass for the bears. Yeah, I'm out here getting busy. Pour me a glass of milk for this grizzly. Yeah, I'ma make you aware. Hey, go and pour a glass of milk for the bears. Hey, y'all know the milk got me amped. And if you don't pour me a cup, I'll terrorize your camp. Let's go.
Let's go. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. As you can tell, last time my voice is a lot better than last time you heard me. My voice was terrible. I couldn't speak properly. But I ended up falling asleep that night anyway, didn't I? The last time I was on. Was that the last time I was on? Did I fall asleep? Last time yes, Karate Kid Legends. Yeah. Karate Kid Legends, Tuesday night. Fell asleep, didn't I? Yeah, we changed it up from what's the name of it again? Outlander, because I decided to stop doing Outlander on a Tuesday because it was just becoming softcore porn. That's all it was becoming. And I'd just done a video on porn on YouTube. So, yeah, softcore porn it was becoming, so I decided to abandon it. But tonight's moving it again. So tonight I've decided to, well, we've got obviously The Chosen is normal. And I've just realized one of the movie sites I was on has got The Chosen on it. So I'm just wondering if I should swap over from Prime to The Chosen on the movie site because of ads, because then we'll get no ads on it. And but I'll have to check on the Prime to see what episode we were on so I can change that over to the movie site thing. But tonight's movie is called Eden. I found a movie called Eden. It's about people in 1929. They go to the Galapagos Islands, kind of get stranded there. I think it's a play on creation and the origin of species at the same time. I don't know because it's Galapagos Islands and it's called Eden. So it's kind of like origin of species. Well, because like that's what Darwin went to, wasn't it? Was it Darwin went to Galapagos? Yes, Darwin went to Galapagos, didn't he? Yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I might be wrong. No, Darwin went to Galapagos. I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did. I'm saying I'm sure he did, but then again, I say I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, it's one called Eden, but it's all about. It's a bit like the beach, I suppose. With well, I don't know. I haven't seen it, but from the synopsis I've read, a bit like the beach with Leonardo DiCaprio, where kind of like hierarchy becomes a thing. Like it's your society. You're stranded from the mainland and all that kind of stuff. But you start building a society and a hierarchy sort of thing. So I think it's about power and like the human kind of condition and stuff like that, as well as like a play on creation. It's nothing to do with creation, but it's just funny. It's called Eden, and that it's taking place in the Galapagos Islands. It's kind of a mixture of creation and Darwin, I see, like origin of species. Because wasn't that where he got his idea from, with the bird's beaks and stuff? Or am I totally getting two stories mixed up? I don't know. Anyway, there's 7 of us watching. Good to see you all. Yes, I have been off a couple of days. Haven't been on Flats's obviously because he hasn't had a panel. The only people he's having on is trolls at the minute, so haven't been on there. I dare say I'll be on there tonight because it's the 4-hour. I think it's the four topics 4-hour thing. So I think from now on, I think Friday night is the only night I'm going to be able to go on Flats's. The rest of the week it's just trolls. So I don't know. I'm saying trolls. He might not want to say trolls. I like to say trolls because to me, them anti-flat earthers are trolls. Whether they're being respectful or not, one at a time going in Flats's, they're still trolls. They're not there for the debate. They're there to troll. And they're there just to get the content out. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Anyway, whatever. Flats's decision. It's up to him. I respect it. Don't like it, but I respect it, I suppose. Well, I don't totally respect it. I understand. No, I mean, I don't even respect it, to be honest. Because I just don't. I respect him. I respect his decision, but I don't respect the decision. You know what I mean? I respect the fact that he's made the decision. I don't respect the decision because I don't agree with it. But that's up to him. Completely up to him. It's his channel, and he's my brother, so I suppose I'll support him. You know what I mean? But I just don't. To me, it's different. It's a lot different now, and I don't think it's better different. I think it's worse different. But that's me. It's maybe perspective. It's maybe people's on different perspectives. But yeah, one of them. It's one of them. One of them. Yeah, I've only been going there 2 years. I've only been on the panel like just over 2 years or something. It's just a bit weird not to be there. You know what I mean? And to see trolls on there every night rather than us boys. You know what I mean? But it's one of them. You've kept membership unsubscribed. I'm not unsubscribing from Flats. I mean, I'm still got to be there. And you've already told me to tell Flats that the snakes that you're talking about wasn't him, obviously, in your community post. Because Flats commented on it, you're worried that Flats thinks it's him. I know it's not him, but I don't think he'll think it's him anyway, babe. I'll tell him when I see him, obviously. If I get in to see him, that's the thing. Otherwise, I can't get hold of him. I've tried to text him in Teams, but he hasn't paid any attention to it. Or he hasn't seen it, should I say. I'm not an element anymore, so I don't know. I'll just have to wait and see if I go on there tonight. Anyway, but yeah, still Flats. I still love Flats for his information, his flat earth information. But as for the format of the show, I don't like it. I don't like it at the minute. I mean, that's me. It's his format. If he thinks he's going to do better, that's fine. I don't like it. That's me. But I'll support him, obviously. I think he knows I don't like it, but it's one of them. But INT, good to see you. Right. Oh, hello to everybody. That's it. I'll go backwards this time. INT, good to see you. Babe, good to see you. Baz and the Hoos. Good to see you. Jimenez, good to see you, brother. I think I've seen her in there somewhere. Well, I thought I seen Heron. I'm sure I seen Heron's name. What? Where's that gone? Or maybe it's gone too far. Oh, there it is. Heron, good to see you, sister. It is that. Let me just continue from this side. Who else? I think that's it. I think that I've called out every name that's in chat. Yeah, I have. There's 9 watching, but yeah, I mean, is that? I thought so. It's because I scrolled up and I couldn't see your name. It's because YouTube only lets you go so far. So I had to check it in here on the Rumble side, and the StreamYard side. I ain't been on so long, I forgot what I usually do. I'm only joking. Right, Jimenez has done a couple more. So it's good to see you all. Good to be back. And again, I'll be on tonight with a movie night. Don't know what the topic is, little topic, but it'll be The Chosen. And I've decided to go with a movie called Eden. It's a new movie. Yeah, like I say, it seems to me like the premise is not like creation, but it's weird that it's called Eden and it's on Galapagos Islands. It's kind of a mixture of Bible, because of Eden, and Darwin, Galapagos Islands, where he got the idea for origin of species just because of bird beaks. If I'm right there, I don't know if I'm completely right there. I might be wrong. Might be someone else went, but I'm sure it was Darwin. Anyway, let's do it. Jimenez. Got a couple more new ones. Oh yeah, stars and stars. Let's do it then. 2 of them. Right. Just feeding the Ducals before work. It's one of the nicknames we call, well, where I'm from in Scotland, we call dogs Ducals. I don't know why. I think it's a travelling Scottish word, but we call them Ducals within my family anyway. Not just my family, but a few of them. In my family aren't travellers, no. My sister married into travellers, but my family's not travellers now. Any other words from Mikey Jimenez has been coming into your comments again lately, or is he laid off? Sunny Shine, good to see you, bloody ripper. 17 minutes late, howdy. Legends in chat, good to see you. Oh, wow. Still too warm. What is the temperature there? Says it's 28 degrees Celsius with poor air quality. Poor. What you're on about 28 degrees is well tropical for me. Once it gets past 18 degrees, that's tropical for me. I could imagine though, Erin. Could imagine. You're further north than I am. Even when I'm in Scotland, you're further north. If that's what we're going by. I mean, you know what I mean? It's still north, obviously. But obviously things work a little bit differently here on our flat Earth compared to what they think on our globy Earth. Thing is, north is always north. On the globe, you can switch it around and all that kind of stuff. North becomes south and south becomes north and all that kind of rubbish. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I talk about from Scotland's point of view, yes, Canada is generally further north than Scotland. Well, Scotland is located at a high altitude of 55 degrees and then to 60 degrees north, and is considered the northernmost non-Arctic nation. Canada extends much further north, reaching the Arctic Ocean, specifically most northerly point of Scotland in the Shetlands. Shetlanders don't always class themselves as Scottish though. They class themselves as Shetlanders. It depends, I suppose. It depends who you are. Paul, my big Grigger, good to see you, bro. Vicky forgot to get me some decent coffee, so I'm drinking decaf. Not her fault. She's always getting my shopping, so it's not her fault. I'm going to leave this playing. I'm going to make coffee because I've just realised I've used the old milk, which is about to it's not off, but it's rare. I don't like it when it's just about to turn. So I'm going to go make another one with fresh milk. Crap, because all the milk I've been buying lately is like a week before it goes out of date, and it goes out of date it goes off 5 days before it's meant to go out of date. That pisses me off. It's so common. It never lasts to the expiry date. Well, to the best before date at least. Well, actually, I'll wait till I put on the next day video. Hey Mojo, good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure. I like that. I did. UV is high today. High UV. Mentally divergent. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Nice one, Jim, for that one. And final one on Wizzy topic while I make the coffee. Wakey. Biggie wiggy. Right. Well, I did say generally Canada is considered more north. I didn't say all of Canada is. I said generally. I didn't realize I didn't think about what part of Canada you are. Wherein I was just thinking about general. In general, Canada is classed more northern, but it's suppose it depends what part of Canada. More of Canada is north of Scotland than it is not north of Scotland. So yeah, you're probably a little bit less north than. Well, yeah, obviously Scotland. But where I'm at now, Coventry, I mean, we might be on the levels. I don't know where Coventry is on that. I'm not sure when it comes to latitude and longitude and that. I have to read it to know where it's at. I don't know off heart where we are when it comes to latitude and longitude. I don't take notice of that until I need to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you don't live in all of Canada. I did say in general. I wasn't sure. I forgot what part you were from, so I didn't type. I just typed in Canada. You know, I just typed in Canada. Yeah, I looked it up. That I was 52 in Scotland. I'm 52 anyway. But I only looked up what most of Canada. I just generalized. I didn't put in your exact location because I forgot where you are. Well, where I'm from, we get snow as well. Where I'm from, in Scotland, but because we're in the northeast corner, right next to the North Sea. I suppose we don't get that. When we do get snow, it doesn't last long because the salt air melts it. The salt air melts it. It doesn't stay long. I mean, we do get plenty of snow, but it just doesn't stay long. Once it lays, it doesn't stay long because the salt air. Because right on the coast. North, like I say, northeast corner, so we get the north wind, the east wind, and the whole lot of the northeast salt, the North Sea salt. You've got to just remember as well, I forget how big Canada is, you know, compared to the UK and even the US. I used to think that Canada was part of the US at one point. I just thought Canada was the top part of America. And then you don't realize how big it is till you actually, well, you see it on a map. I know we don't know the exact shapes on a map and stuff like that. But what we see on maps, it's a hell of a lot bigger. But yeah, you just forget how big it is. So like, you can have some of Canada well above the north of Scotland and some well below the north of Scotland. You know what I mean? So yeah, you just forget how big it is, I suppose. Well, I do anyway. Wow. Well, hey. Jam. Right. Oh, link. Linkage. Oh, you're fairly getting subs, man. Your subs are going up way quicker than mine are. Mine's just staying the same again. Oh, wrong one. Copy an ID. Come to a standstill again. There we go. Jim's link for people watching the replay, chat replay, or people who's not sub now. Bless you, Jim. Right. Okay. Like that. That's better. Right. Yes. Originally, I was going to do something on, say, Space Busters, the Scam Antarctica thing, but you know, I don't trust Space Busters, so I decided not to. I've never really, for a while, to me, they're just in the same league as kind of Globe Busters, so I don't really trust them that much. But I was going to do something on them, and then I decided not to. But I decided to stick with the Antarctica thing. Nothing to do with TFE. This is nothing to do with TFE. But this is from a normie's point of view, and it's nothing to do with heliocentrism or flat Earth. This is just someone called Oompaville. He's actually a comedy channel on YouTube. He's a big channel. But lately he started to do things on Scientology and stuff like that. But I just wanted to see from a normie's point of view, someone that doesn't have anything to do with flat Earth, even though he'll be heliocentric, but he's not into the whole flat Earth and heliocentric debate. He's just a comedy. He's just a comedian that's on YouTube that does loads of stuff on his channel, just good stuff on his channel. Just wanted to see what a normie's point of view would say about why we're not allowed to go to Antarctica, see what they come up with. Somebody that's not in on the flat Earth or in on the heliocentric thing, or even probably never even heard of TFE, you know? So I just want to see what someone would say about that. And it's funny when I got rid of the Antarctica thing, I thought, like, I'll do something on that, and I thought, no, I can't be bothered because I don't trust Space Busters. So yeah, it's funny when I got rid of that and decided to stick with Antarctica feel, it just appeared there. I was like, oh, okay, sound, and it just kind of came up at that point. I was like, okay, I'll just do that because I watch him now and again. Oompaville, his name is Oompaville. It's quite funny. He's younger than me. He's probably in his early 30s or something. I don't know if we've done anything on him before, but he could be quite funny. A little bit childish, I suppose, but it's his type of comedy. It's quite funny, but I'll just want to see what he's got to say about it. Somebody that's not coming from flat Earth or heliocentrism, you know. So let's do it. Get started. Why not? I'll put the link in if anybody wants to come in. I've already pinned that up. I've pinned some up there. I think you've read that already. Vicky's not really coming into chats lately. She's kind of trying to stay out of YouTube for a bit. She will be doing a stream though, she said. Next week something, I think. Copy. And please pin. Wow, it's so warm. Sorry about it. It's so warm. All right. Anyway. Let's do it. Let's get this thing on there. Go. Yeah, his one, actually, his video, I mean, obviously it's called what did he call it? Just out of interest. Just why people can't go to Antarctica. Yeah, just why people can't go to Antarctica. That's what he called it. Actually, let me get his channel up first so you can see who I'm on about. Before I go into it, so I can kind of show you what kind of content he usually does. So you can see he's nothing to do with heliocentrism or the flat Earth debate kind of thing. I mean, he's bound to come up. He's a big channel. Yeah, he is. He's got. Yeah. Right. So. Yeah. I've downloaded the video, but this is the video we'll be doing. Yeah, this one, and why people can't go to Antarctica. I did it 3 days ago. So, like his usual content. Lately, he started to do alien stuff and all that, and unsolved mysteries, Scientology. But before that, it was all drama stuff on YouTube. You know, like Kanye West, Katy Perry, Elon Musk, Adam 22. I Am Alex from the UK, who had some scandal go on. So yeah, he usually does online stuff, you know, like I Am World T-shirts, Johnny Somali, all that kind of thing. But now he's kind of gone into starting doing conspiracy type stuff. The Unsolved Mysteries of Appalachia. Don't know what that is, to be honest. I'll have to maybe check it out. The Terrifying Mysteries of the Moon. That's bound to be a load of crap. Mothman, all that kind of stuff. I suppose he's just investigating them. But that's him anyway. He's got 5.74 million. So he's a big channel. Oompaville. Big channel. He's quite funny. Obviously, this is him when he was a kid. But that's him there. I'll put his link in now for MD, just in case they want to sub to him. He's a funny enough dude. Do you know something? I just realized I'm not even sub to him. Wow. Anyway. Cool. That's his link. Yeah, guys. Just in case. So that's who's doing it anyway. Just thought I'd give you, I like to call the US Canada Junior. Nice. I like it. Because I used to think, honestly, that even when I thought of Canada, when I realized Canada was a separate country, I always used to think it was still smaller than the US. I did. It's not. It's blooming hell. The US is a hell of a lot smaller than Canada. Anyway, let's do it. Yeah. Why people can't go to Antarctica?
Earth that you're not allowed to go to. A continent that is larger than the United States and Mexico combined, where stepping foot there without permission can land you.
Yeah, well, it's larger than because like he's thinking about it at the bottom of the globe. You know what I mean? Where I think about it is possibly an ice wall. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it is definitely an ice wall that we're being hit, that the waters are being held in by, but I think it's really, really likely.
In prison can get you a good ass whooping.
Thomas, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, brother.
It's not a military base. It's not a government facility. It's an entire continent. It's Antarctica. And most people think it's just ice and penguins.
Is it a continent, though? Is it a continent? It might still be a continent. We don't know. But, I mean, is it? For sure? I don't know.
Empty, worthless, white. But if that's true, why does it cost tens of thousands of dollars and months of permits to just visit there? Why is it the only...
And that's the question. Why does it cost that much? Why?
place on Earth that is governed
I dare
by...
say he's going to have had other things to do with it. I don't know, like I don't know, resources, all that kind of stuff, which could be true. Absolutely. There could be other myths to Antarctica. I do not know. Let's wait and see what he's going to say.
By an international treaty signed by 58 nations, me not being one of them. Why are vast sections of it blurred out on Google Earth? Why is that? Something is not adding up.
Yeah, something's not adding up. Maybe it's because it's flat. We're on a flat Earth, and maybe they have to blank out loads of it in Google Earth because they're not really seeing pictures of it. It doesn't make sense, does it?
Up here, I stink. I mean, I smell something that stinks. For over a century,
I stink. I mean, I smell something that stinks. He's quite funny. He's quite funny.
Explorers could visit Antarctica freely. Scientists mapped its coastlines, governments claimed territories, and even tourists just took expeditions there to explore. Then suddenly, in 1959,
I mean, there is territories taken by certain countries, but it's only on the, well, if you look at it on the globe, at the bottom of the globe, should I say, it's only the outskirts. There's only nothing in the middle, nothing towards the pole. You know what I mean? It's taken territorial-wise. You know what I mean? It's just on the outskirts. Some countries have got certain bits on the outskirts. That's it. That's it.
everything changed. The Antarctic Treaty locked down the entire continent under the most restrictive international agreement in human history. They say it's to keep you safe, because you'll die if you go there. But locking down the entire continent? That doesn't really make a lot of sense, man. That's over.
And I agree with him. I mean, he's probably come from this from a different perspective. Obviously, it's not a flat earth or whatever, but locking down the whole continent, if it's a continent, it doesn't make sense, does it? If they've got nothing to hide.
Overkill. That's bullshit. All right, homie? Harry the Rat says that's bullshit. Whatever's down there, whether it be treasure, technology, or some kind of truth that we're not ready for,
Ooh, treasure, technology, or truth. I think you're about to go with the truth one, to be honest.
Someone decided that the rest of us don't get to know. We don't get to know. I don't get to know. I get to speculate, and I get to talk about it and have a lot of fun talking about it, but, you know, you just watch this video. Anyways, buckle up. We're prying open the coldest lockbox on Earth. Antarctica.
Antarctica. I like how he's done that. He made it kind of look like Admiral Byrd's kind of documentaries and stuff. Kind of thing.
First, let's start with mind-bending facts, okay? We're going to be talking about speculative conspiracies in the next chapter. This one is facts that seem like speculative conspiracies. In 1929, workers cleaning out an old Turkish palace made a bizarre discovery. Hidden in the archives was a map drawn in 1513 by Admiral Piri Reis. You've probably heard of him. He's very famous. It's not an obscure conspiracy document that's dated somewhere when it's not supposed to be dated and all that. It's real. It's in a museum.
We've seen this map before, haven't we? We've seen this map before.
And it shows something impossible, okay? It shows the coast of Antarctica 300 years before anyone supposedly discovered it. How in the is that possible? The map doesn't just show that a southern continent exists, it shows the actual coastline of Antarctica accurate to within miles. Well, what's the big deal about that? The coastline has been buried under ice for millions of years. No one in 1513 should have known what
It's been buried under ice for how long? See, that's the thing. Some people get some of the truth, but not all of the truth. You know, like millions of years. Come on, bro. You really think we're millions of years old? Come on.
looked like, or how to find out what it looked like. Piri Reis noted on the map itself that he compiled it from ancient sources, some dating back to the 4th century BC, which is a long, long time ago. So that's really confusing. And in 1960, the US Air Force analyzed the map and...
Let's actually read that. Your request of... Oh, hold on. Dear Professor Hatbegood, your request of evaluation of certain unusual features of the Piri Reis Antarctica map of 1513 by this organization has been reviewed. The claim that the lower part of the map portrays the Princess Martha coast of Queen Maud Land, Antarctic, and the Palmer Peninsula is reasonable. We find that this is the most logical and in all probability the correct interpretation of the map. The geological details shown in the lower part of the map agrees very remarkably with the results of the seismic profile made across the top of the ice cap by the Swedish-British Antarctic expedition of 1949. This indicates the coastline has been mapped before it was covered by the ice cap. It was mapped before the coast. Okay, yeah, well, they did say that it hasn't snowed in 300 years, didn't they? This part of Antarctica is ice-free. The ice cap in this region is now about a mile thick. We have no idea how the data on this map can be reconciled with the supposed state of geological knowledge in 1513. Because they had something to hide. They had something to hide. A plane Earth, a flat level Earth, for the propaganda of a globe, to perpetuate that.
Confirmed that its geographical details match
the agenda for a globe. They use propaganda to perpetuate their agenda. That's what I meant.
Seismic surveys of the actual bedrock beneath Antarctica's ice sheet. How did they know that? I don't know. I'm asking you. Do you know? Are you a science person? Get on my comment section. So think about what that means for all of us. Someone thousands of years ago mapped Antarctica when it was covered in ice. Someone with technology to survey an entire continent from above. It seems like, at least. Unless they had one of those balls from Waterworld and they got real deep down in the ocean.
Mapped it when it was covered in ice. Makes no sense, does it?
And he was like, or whatever, and then there was a squid! Fortunately, it gets even more strange and bizarre. The Oronteus Phineas map from 1531, not 1513, the Piri Reis map, this is a completely different one. It shows even more detail of the southern land recently discovered. Rivers, mountain ranges, coastlines, a swastika? Why'd they put a swastika on that? It seems odd. We'll find out later in chapter 2. With some of these geographical markers matching the hidden topography beneath miles of ice that modern scientists only discovered with ground penetrating radar in the 90s.
Wow. Okay.
How? Now, critics...
I don't think so.
There are critics of everything. They say it's a coincidence. It's a coincidental resemblance to a mythical continent that does not exist. Or Theus, if that is his real name, was just a goofy goober. Which that's possible, to be honest. It kind of makes sense. People were really good at making shit up. But they do seem to be more like precise geographical survey.
People are good at making crap up, that's true, but there's got to be some truth in the past there somewhere. The truth has got to have been there to have been hidden. For us to get the bull crap we've got now, someone must have discovered the truth.
Days of landscapes that have been hidden than they do just made up nonsense
Captain KV in the hoose. Good to see you, man.
like the Voynich manuscript or something like that. Anyways, how about Lake Vostok? There's more. 2.5 miles beneath the ice of Antarctica lies a lake the size of Ontario, which is a province in Canada. This lake has been cut off from the surface world for over...
But really? I mean, how can you tell that's a bloody lake? Unless you could actually dug down that far.
15 million years. I'm going to start referring
to
us as surface...
15 million years. So all these times and all that stuff, all these long... It's ridiculous. How did they get these lengthy times? How do they age these things? I mean, carbon dating doesn't work, and it's only meant to be accurate up to what, 10,000 years, and even then it's not accurate, is it? So yeah, there's millions and billions of years. I don't know where they get this from. Well, I do, from bullcrap, from people making up stuff.
Dwellers in the surface world. Lake Vostok, not speculative at all, it's real. Russian scientists spent 20 years drilling a hole to reach it. They finally broke through in 2012, and what they found was very enlightening from a science perspective and how we understand life on Earth. The lake itself is pristine, untouched. It's a perfect time capsule from an age when Antarctica was...
Look at that. Look at that little diagram there. It would have to be the tech. Right. Oh, excuse me. How come it's at the top of the globe all of a sudden? Antarctica's at the top of the globe.
Green and warm, and that's not a conspiracy. It was at one point green.
Unless someone's flying upside down in space, obviously at the bottom of that must be it. That must be it.
Warm, like the holy relic. Yeah! The water samples that they collected from Lake Vostok contained bacteria that evolved in complete isolation and developed survival mechanisms unlike anything else on Earth.
What are bacteria that evolved in complete isolation? Bullshit. I'm sorry, that's just made up crap. That's just made up crap.
Because there aren't many organisms that develop in complete isolation, okay?
None. Well, maybe they do, but they'd have to have reproductive systems.
Organisms lived in total darkness, under crushing pressure, with no oxygen, and somehow they thrived for millions of years. How in the
there might be organisms and all that stuff, but they stay what they are. That's it. They stay what they are, and not for millions and billions of years, because nobody's ever observed that and proved that. Bullcrap. Bible tells me around about 7,000-ish. I would say, just to be sure, no more than 10,000. But I tend to go with the Bible. My own bit I put on it, like I say the Bible says up to about 6,000 to 7,000 years old. But I say no more than 10,000 in case there's a few, not mistakes in the Bible or anything like that, but people making mistakes, counting, stuff like that, just to be sure.
Is that even possible? Scientists discovered at least...
Or with lack of full information,
17 different species of microbes in the waters of Lake Vostok. Some represent entirely new branches of the tree of life. They feed on chemicals instead of sunlight. They transform metals in ways we're still trying to understand, and they can survive in conditions that would instantly kill any surface life from us weak surface dwellers. Now, this beyond the secrets of Antarctica has pretty staggering implications. For example, if life...
There is things that can get living conditions, organisms in living conditions, a lot colder and harsher than we could, but it doesn't mean to say they've been there millions of years. Doesn't mean to say they've been there that long, and they stay what they are.
Can exist in Lake Vostok's impossible environment. life can probably exist in other impossible environments like on other planets. Bing!
See, this is if you're all into evolution and Big Bang and all that. This is what you believe if you're into that. You know, life comes from nowhere, came from nothingness. A Big Bang, nothing exploded and became everything. Came from that.
Ring ding ding! Lake Vostok is just one of over 140 subglacial lakes that have been discovered beneath Antarctica. We have no idea what is in the others, and we can't access most of them. You can't get a drill bit that long. Believe me, I've asked. There could be entire ecosystems down there that have evolved separately from everything we know on Earth.
Well, you don't get drill bits that are 8 miles long either. They put extensions on. They extend it. It's not one complete drill bit, is it? I don't think it would work that way.
Earth in the surface world for us surface dwellers. Now, how about the blood falls? These are real photos. What the fuck is going on? Oh, these, don't worry about these. These are just blood waterfalls emerging from.
Are they real though? Are they real? I mean, I have heard of them, but are they real? I don't know how real they are. I mean, there could be plenty of reason for it, you know? A chemical reaction of some sort, I don't know. But are these real? I don't know for sure that these are real. I haven't read too much into them or researched too much about blood falls to know that they're real. I've only heard of it, so I wouldn't know.
Glaciers.
Does
It's just a
anybody know
normal thing.
anything
Guy.
about? I mean, that's different. I mean, that's not exactly blood. That's more. That looks like rust, like something's been oxidized. Like looks rusty. That just looks like rust. This doesn't look like blood. But does anybody know anything about these blood falls?
In Antarctica's McMurdo Dry Valleys, which if McMurdo rings a bell, you've probably seen The Thing, my favorite movie of all time, and my favorite example of cosmic horror. In this dry valley, something bleeds from the ice. The blood falls, as they're called, look like crimson waterfalls of blood. They're pouring from a glacier called the Taylor Glacier, and the red liquid stains the white ice red. And for over a century, nobody knew why. They were just like, it's probably hell down there. But it isn't hell. It's somehow actually more
No, it's definitely not hell. Come on.
strange than that. It is ancient seawater that's been trapped beneath the glacier for 5 million years. It's just
See? 5 million years. And how do you work that out? How do you get that? How would you come to that conclusion without someone suggesting it? That's bull. 5 million years. I mean, could it be something to do with trapped seawater? I don't know. Possibly. But for 5 million years? No. Highly oxygenated, low salinities, I mean low salt, low chloride, low sulfite, very low temperatures. Well, it should be very low over that.
leaking out of it, and it's red. And it isn't just old salt water, it's got living things in it. Now, the red color comes from iron oxide, but the iron oxide isn't occurring from the oxidation of iron in the normal process. It's being produced by bacteria. Those bacteria I mentioned that have strange.
It's all right. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Is that the stream you've just done, bro? Is that the stream you've just done? I thought so. Don't know which stream. I did notice you were live earlier. Just as I was going live, bro. I noticed as I was going live that you were live. Fair play, man. Love it, love it. So was he on farm today? Was he old Arwen? Was he on farm, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Interactions with metal. They eat the metal, they feed on the metal, and then they produce iron oxide. How? Why?
Nice one, Terry. I'll have a look at it after this. Nice one, bro.
What in the heck? Oh, these little rascals have also been sealed in complete darkness for millions of years with no sunlight, no oxygen, and no connection to the surface world. And somehow they've just survived down there and created their own ecosystem where they can transform iron into sulfur compounds and use that for energy. The process by which they're doing this, scientists are still trying to understand. To be fair, they're really far away and hard to get to, so it makes sense as to why it's so difficult. So yeah, that's unbelievable. These things use...
Why? I thought they had scientists all over there doing shifts all the time. I thought it was just us that wasn't allowed over there so freely. Why should it be so difficult for them? I think a lot of the information. Yeah, there might be these blood things over there, but how they came about and how old they are, Bo, nothing's 5 million years old. Nothing.
Sulfur and iron to live, and they don't use the sun like everything else that lives. They're chemosynthetic extremophiles is what they're actually called.
But yet they tell us if we need sun for everything, all life. They tell us that, don't they? Which we do need. I mean, God gave us sun for that too, like so, and to keep us warm, to help life. You know what I mean? We need the sun, yeah. But the sun, life came not because of the sun. You know what I mean? The sun was there for life. You know what I mean? God put it there for life. It didn't become about because of the sun. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
If you want to Google those words, I promise you won't get put on any lists. I said that. I made it plural. I said lists. Okay, that's right. Lists.
There's nothing wrong with saying lists. You can have more than one list. Not wrong with saying more than one list. plural for two list is not list. It's lists.
Lists. No, lists.
Yes,
I
lists
can't
is
say that
fine.
anymore. I don't like that. So yeah, a little blood coming out of the ground, no big deal. Scientists have also detected massive geothermal activity beneath Antarctica that doesn't match any geological model of the continent as well. Published research shows that heat flux near the South Pole measuring twice the expected value.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that works. You know, you need the sun. You know what I mean? Bacteria feeding off iron and steel with that oxygen or sunlight. Exactly. How is he going to do that? How's the oxidizing going to happen? I know. This is the stories that they're given, you know. Obviously, he's reading what he's researched. And he doesn't know what we know. You know what I mean? He doesn't know he's probably heard the flat earth. You know what I mean? He obviously believes in evolution. I don't know if he believes in God at all, but he's obviously at the beginning of a journey. He's been, like I say, his content used to be all about online stuff. And now it seems to be like he's been doing things on Scientology, all these old myths and stuff like that. So he's searching somehow. And he's searching for something, you know. But yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a bit of a crap thing to put out there. Yeah, bacteria feeding off iron and steel with that oxygen or sunlight. Right. I know.
Now, that might not sound that dramatic, but it does represent millions of watts of unexplained energy generation. Is it those little extremophile chemosynthetic fellas chewing on sulfur and iron? Who the f knows? Something is producing massive amounts of...
This is just stories you're being told. When it gets to stuff like this, it's just stories being told by pseudoscientific people who are just making up stuff and then verifying it with nothing.
Heat
hypothesis not verified, you know what I mean, not proven, but they'll just make up stuff to go along with it to help it along, to sound scientific.
Deep beneath the ice, creating vast underground hot water systems and caverns that we're only beginning to map. Ground-penetrating radar and geological surveys have revealed enormous voids beneath the Antarctica ice sheet. Not small air pockets, but cavities large enough to contain entire cities, and they're not natural formations. Halo reference. They're spaces that have been carved out by sustained heat sources that shouldn't exist according to our current understanding of Antarctic geology. This cave is not a natural formation. The heat signatures don't match volcanic activity, radioactive decay, or any other known.
He's obviously getting this straight off of whatever he's just typed in. You know, it's like he's got the first few citations and he's getting from that. But he's got no reason to distrust them, you know, at the minute. He's only at the start of a journey, I think. And he's still quite young, I suppose, that is.
Geothermal process. They're too large, too organized, and too purposeful, to be honest. Whatever's generating these things, this heat, it's been active for a very long time, and it's quietly reshaping the subworld, Antarctica from below. Okay, guys?
And again, you're just getting this information from people that might just be making crap up. We can't verify that because we can't go out and test that stuff for ourselves, especially to that degree.
That's a bit conspiratorial, but something is going on in there, and we don't really know exactly what it is because it's so far away and so deep down there. And recent satellite measurements show that ice is melting from underneath at an accelerating rate, which isn't due to climate change. It's from an internal heat source that science is having a difficult time explaining, which, by the way, is how science works. That's very normal. Or it's because...
No, it's usually they just make stuff up. If you're talking about the pseudo-scientific world, definitely, it's just they just make stuff up to go with their agenda. That's it. That's it. That's it.
It's an alien under there. What the? Haven't you seen the thing? Some pretty odd things going on in Antarctica. Let's be real. I think I might go to check it out. Just kidding. Time to venture into darker territory.
Yeah. I mean, you have got 5 million subs. You, if anybody could go, you could afford it. Right, let's see what the next bit's about. The conspiracy theories. Here we go. I wonder if Flat Earth's even mentioned. I know it's not a conspiracy theory, but they still see it as a conspiracy theory, don't they?
So the purpose of Act 1 was to show you some very interesting things in regard to Antarctica that are completely real, and we have a hard time
Hey, Luke, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man.
explaining. Act 2 is more of that, but like a lot crazier. Between 1938 and 1939, Nazi Germany conducted a massive expedition to Antarctica, and they weren't there for the scenery. They were there for the vril. They were on their way to Hyperborea. This operation was led by Captain Alfred Richer. He led it aboard the ship the Schwabenland. Okay, guys, you've probably heard of Schwabenland. These
Schwabenland. Ooh. The Schwabenland.
fellas on this expedition systematically mapped over 350,000 square kilometers of Antarctic territory, flying reconnaissance missions, dropping thousands of metal Nazi markers bearing swastikas to claim the land for the Third Reich. Schwabenland. New Schwabenland. New Schwabia. What the is Schwabia? Da wo man zusammen große Worte sind da. Sieh mal alle irgendwann wieder hin. They called this area that they put their little markers down on New Schwabenland, or New Swabia, which is a region in southern Germany and Bavaria, I'm pretty sure. It's where my family's from. All right, guys, Bavaria. And this wasn't a small scientific expedition. It was a territorial conquest. The Nazis big into territorial conquests. So why were the Nazis up in New Schwabenland? They were there officially to establish whaling stations and to obviously just secure more territory for Germany. But some people theorize they may have built something much darker around these documented facts. The theory is that the Nazis discovered warm water areas heated by geothermal vents and established a secret base called Base 211. That's the theory. And according to this theory, Base 211...
I haven't even had this theory, to be honest. I haven't even had this one. I don't know if you guys had this one, this conspiracy theory. I don't know about this one.
...became a refuge...
I mean, I know that the Nazis not went over there, but I didn't know fully, like, what for.
...for high-ranking Nazis after the defeat of Germany in 1945. A development center for advanced technology, including the Vril...
Well, that was the old time machine. The old Diglock, the bell. It was meant to be some kind of time machine, wasn't it?
...powered flying bell, the Acorn. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I haven't seen it, but I've seen of it. I've seen it around, or whatever. This is
meant to be about 11 foot tall, that thing, isn't it? Meant to be about 11 foot tall, I think.
This is what people believe Base 211 looked like, a secret Nazi hideaway in Antarctica, or New Schwabenland. All right? Is it real? I'm not sure. We do know that they went up there. Okay, we do know that, and they put their little things. I believe some of them are still up there. There is more documented evidence.
Luke says, nah, they just all got hired by U.S. military intelligence and NASA. That's what I thought. Like Operation Paperclip and all that. Yeah. You know, when all that kind of things was going on, and Fishbowl, and yeah, absolutely. That's kind of what I thought.
Post-war, by the way.
I just said that. Operation Paperclip. Great minds think alike, eh?
of U-boats and submarines turning up where they shouldn't necessarily have been, and some people believe that they stopped in Antarctica on their way to Argentina. I don't know. It's a pretty deep rabbit hole. This video is more just about Antarctica. Now on to post-war. In 1946, just 1 year after the Nazi German surrender, the United States launched Operation High Jump under Admiral Richard.
And the high jump thing as well, of course.
E-Bird. I've talked about this multiple times on my channel, and everybody knows this.
E-Bird.
And most people have heard of this story. There was a fairly large scientific expedition, a massive military operation involving 4,700 personnel, 13 ships, 33 aircraft, doing what was officially described as a training exercise that was
How many aircraft?
fairly large scientific expedition, a massive military operation involving 4,700 personnel, 13 ships, 33 aircraft.
33 aircraft. There's always 33 in there, isn't there? There's always a 33 in there.
Doing what was officially described as a training exercise that was just remarkably well armed. The operation was planned to last 8 months, but it ended abruptly after just 8 weeks. Official reports cite harsh weather conditions and equipment failures, but the sudden termination of something so large scale has fueled decades of speculation. The theory, and people often cite alleged statements by Admiral Richard E. Byrd, okay? They say he encountered hostile forces or advanced aircraft. There's a very famous story of him, you know, being taken by a UFO into the middle of the earth, into the hollow earth, and speaking to white Nordic aliens that had swastikas all around them and saying,
Sounds like my family. White Nordic aliens. That's what I look like. Hollow Earth, eh? Hollow Earth. Mind you, if there was no such thing as a blooming flat Earth, I would rather believe in a bloody hollow Earth than globe, that's for sure.
you can't do it. It's over. You need to be a good guy. So Operation High Jump, totally real, very strange, but it's what people often cite statements by Admiral Byrd after the event. That is what the real mystery is. There is allegedly.
Oh, no, I mean, the extra lands thing, I don't think that should be perpetrated unless you know for sure. And, like, look, that means it's outside of our domain if there's extra lands. I mean, I don't know what, like, it's so weird, that thing. I mean, why does it keep going on about it? You know? PG, is it true that Japan found out some new islands in its country? I heard that like last year, I think. The island, there was meant to be like a lot more islands discovered that was never recorded or something. Whether that's true or not, or whether that was something perpetrated, I'm not sure. I didn't look too much into it, but I remember people talking about this last year. Yeah, Ireland was meant to have more. Japan was meant to have more islands than was actually recorded. They found like loads more islands. 7,000. Is that right, Sandra? Wow. Hey, Sandra, good to see you.
A secret journal, a secret diary that details.
It's possible, but no proof. So it makes flat Earth lose credibility every time. Why, son? Exactly. Every time they push it. Because it is possible, obviously, but there's no proof to it. I don't think there's any proof to it. Some people say there is, but I haven't seen the proof. So, yeah, I don't. It does make flat earthers look worse than what they are anyway. And well, they're not bad as it is, but I'm just saying people's perception of flat earthers as it is. It does make us look worse. Absolutely, 100%.
Admiral Byrd's encounter with white Nordic aliens that took him into the hollow earth that was only accessible through Antarctica. It was beautiful, green trees, green grass, blue skies, better something from the day I died. With big white tall aliens.
Blue skies inside of the earth. What? How are you getting blue skies inside of an earth? I don't know how that works. Surely you'd need the sun for that. Yeah, whatever.
Long, beautiful hair, and there's just swastikas everywhere, and they say, telepathically of course, do not use nuclear bombs. We are not Nazis. We are aliens. We are good guys. And stuff. People.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's certainly been looking into certain different stuff lately. Than he usually does. But yeah, he doesn't know how to do he hasn't gone deep into it. The actual real facts are missing. That was the point of this video, because I wanted to see what a normie, somebody that's not into flat Earth, or, well, and he's obviously heliocentric, but not in the debate sort of thing. Not somebody that's not in the debate about it. You know what I mean? I wanted to know what they said about it. And it's just the same kind of misinformed stuff is normal, which is probably not so much his fault. But I mean, it's a good start, I suppose, that he's looking, if he is looking, or if he's just doing it for the sake of it. I don't know.
I'll attribute that to him. You know, there's a.
But I mean, I watch him quite. I mean, I've only just subbed to him today, actually. But I've watched. I mean, I see stuff now and again. He can be quite funny.
Apparently, a secret diary, but a lot of this stuff appears to be just entirely fabricated, to be honest. But that is the story. Now, something incredible was documented during Operation High Jump. On January 30th, 1947, Lieutenant Commander David Bunger, pretty cool name, was flying a reconnaissance mission when he spotted something that defied traditional explanation of the Antarctic geography. A vast area of ice-free land with blue and green lakes in the middle of Antarctica. Not trees necessarily, but a significant discovery nonetheless. This discovery was so significant that Admiral Byrd himself called it by far the most important discovery of the expedition. That's before they gave up after 8 weeks, of course. Bunger landed his seaplane on one of the lakes, and the water temperature was 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which is remarkably warm for Antarctica. And the lakes were filled with colored algae, and the surrounding area contained flowing water and a landscape that none of them had ever really seen before, and Byrd described it as looking like a landscape on another planet.
I mean, obviously, I've had this before. This is to do with his lost diaries, isn't it? But I mean, if it's lost diaries, then who's to know whether he really wrote this or not?
Here's pictures of it. So it's called Bunger Oasis. It's a real documented photographed area, and it has a warm ice-free zone, one of the very few in Antarctica. So that's really interesting. Now imagine them getting sucked into a hole, and their seaplane gets redirected by a flying disc, and then there's white people with long hair, and they're saying, or whatever the they'd say. How about what looks like pyramids up there? Am I right? Very strange. Modern satellite imagery has revealed some intriguing features across Antarctica. Users of Google Earth have documented what appears to be pyramids, geometric structures, formations 180 feet wide by.
Hey, Lord Racer, good to see you. It's CJ. It's PJ. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Posted this link in there. What link?
230 feet tall with straight surfaces.
Oh, you posted this link for this video for Oompaville. Right, got you. I thought you were like going to put a link in there. Right, I got you.
Artificial. Very strange things to see in an ice continent. Plus, the formations seem to remain ice-free in spite of Antarctic conditions. They're regular.
Like I say, I mean, initially I was going to do it about Antarctica. No, Space Busters thing. But I don't trust Space Busters at all. I just see them the same as Globe Busters. So I decided not to, but I decided to stick with the Antarctica thing. Then I seen Oompaville did this, and I thought, he's not in the flat Earth debate at all, or the heliocentric debate. Yes, he's heliocentric. He's a globe, but he would believe in a globe, absolutely. But he's not in the debate. And I thought, I'd like to see what people... And the title of it was Why People Can't Go to Antarctica. So I wanted to see from someone else's point of view who's not in the debate what they'd say. You know what I mean? So that's basically what it's about. You know, I don't usually do stuff. I know, you know, it's PJ. I know you do. It's just I think it's you that's done it before. For some reason, it always autocorrects to CJ. Hey, little wings, good to see you. Oh yeah, the old pyramids in Antarctica.
And too geometric to be natural formations. And unfortunately, they're too isolated and inaccessible to be investigated properly, especially not by the public, like me. Or you. Something also disturbing is when people try.
TFE seemed to get over there, no problem, didn't they? But yeah, of course they make it expensive. Because they have got stuff tied, obviously.
To verify the coordinates of these formations online, they often find the locations have been removed, the images have been removed. Just across the board, information has been removed from public access or has been digitally obscured when it comes to these geometric things in Antarctica. Also, Antarctica has become a bit of a hotspot for UFO sightings. Research station personnel, pilots, and tourists have all...
I was going to say, if not many people's allowed over there, then how has it been a hot spot for UFO sightings? Who sights them if there's not many people over there, apart from people on the bases and that? I mean, how can it be a hot spot if there's not many people over there? That's what I don't get. A hot spot. Hey, Logan's going. How you doing, man?
Reported unusual phenomena, which is just kind of normal now. Disc-shaped objects emerging from the ice, lights moving at impossible speeds, structured objects caught on security cameras, things like that. Bizarre, unexplainable things. In the world of the Antarctic pyramids and
Yeah, that's true, Baz. Pyramids in China, South America, everywhere, grown over with grass or covered up, huge structures, mad. I mean, yeah. But do you remember when the Mandela effect first started taking hold? Or when people started like really recognizing it. I remember these things coming up about some kind of rainbow mountains, like mountains that were colored like rainbows. And that's meant to be a Mandela effect as well. I'd never seen them before I heard of them. And that was meant to be a Mandela effect. But whether it is or not, I don't know. But like rainbow kind of mountains, you know what I'm on about. And come on. Yeah, them ones. That's the ones. These. Hold on. I don't know why because we were talking about geometric pyramids, and that just reminded me of this for some reason. Those were meant to be. That just still doesn't look real to me, man. These anyway. Oh, piss off, Norton. Tell me my Norton's run out. I don't care. I mean, that can't be real, surely. Anyway, to me, that's the Mandela effect. I'd never had them. Just like Black Tom, I'd never had a Black Tom and stuff like that. But there you go. Anyway.
UFOs collides. In 2018, a Google Earth user claimed to have discovered what appeared to be a massive entrance in the Antarctic ice. And when people tried to verify the location, they found that the coordinates had been removed from public access, and images of it had been digitally destroyed. But luckily, I have one here in this video. Probably. I don't know what Tara put up there.
I know about that.
Thank you, Tara. I really appreciate it. And aside from that, scientists have also detected strange radio signals emanating from beneath the ice. An experiment called the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna Experiment recorded unusual radio bursts coming from under the...
There's a hot spot outside here today. I've just come inside to escape. Don't blame me, man. I've got my fan constantly on. It's awful. I hate this heat. I hate it.
Ice that don't match any known natural phenomena. And to this day, those signals
I actually think that's what was wrong with me. I mean, I was at the sun to go to my pharmacy the other day, and I was just wearing this type of vest, and I'm white as hell. Well, white as hell. You know, white as white could be, as you can see. And I was only in this, it was probably about 30 degrees. And I was, walked there and back, totally in the sun. Probably took about 40 minutes. So 40 minutes in the sun. And I felt like, I think I was sunstroke. I do. I think I was sunstroke. Felt awful for the past few days. That's obviously not what was wrong with my throat. I mean, the rest of it, I felt sunstroke.
To violate our current scientific understanding of particle physics. These radio waves are being detected from below the horizon, which is not possible to detect radio signals from below the horizon. I don't know a lot about particle physics, to be honest, but
kind of glad you said that. You can't. radio waves from below the horizon. Well, you shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to. But they do.
It's just bizarre. What the f is happening, and why don't more people talk about it? Pardon me for continuing to connect all of these theories, by the way, but the alien, geometry, radio theory connects to the Nazi theory as well. Some geniuses, theorists, propose that the advanced technology that was allegedly developed at base...
Some geniuses, theorists. How is a theorist a genius? Anybody could theorize. How is a theorist a genius? Anybody could theorize.
211 during World War II was actually reverse engineered from extraterrestrial
Jackson, who's good to see you, bro? Mr. Super, good to see you guys.
crafts. And these geniuses suggest that Antarctica serves as a kind of neutral zone where world governments could interact with alien civilizations hidden completely from the public view and beneath the ice. And there isn't really a lot of credible evidence, but there is consistent reports of unusual aerial phenomena and some very unexplained, unexpected things. And it does make sense. If you were to cast aside all doubt, humans, aliens on the same planet, let's say, and to prevent worldwide hysteria, because I know I'd be hysterical if some alien showed up. I'd be like, ah! Ah! No, I'd handle it, dude. I've been prepping with my little bro here. I would offer him to them. To prevent hysteria, just hang out with them in Antarctica. Just hang out with him in Antarctica. Just don't even worry about hanging out with him like at Trump Tower or whatever at Mar-a-Lago or Wendy's or some shit. I don't know.
Gump Tower.
Disneyland. Hang out with him where nobody can see, and then there will be no problems because no one will see. The public will not know, and it will all be fine. There's also the hollow Earth theory, which I need to make an entire...
Come on, the hollow Earth theory. Well, they tell you what, if there was no such thing as a flat Earth, and I didn't believe in the globe, I'd prefer to believe, just because I know how evil the globe is, not heliocentrism nowadays. If there wasn't a flat Earth, I'd rather believe in a bloody hollow Earth than a globe. That's for sure. How evil the bloody globe is. But yeah, of course, there's no such thing. I mean, could the Earth actually be a flat Earth, have hollowness to it? Yeah, of course, there could be some big caverns and that down there, but not the way they theorize hollow Earth. No.
Video about this because there's a lot of really interesting sub-stories in and around the hollow Earth that are, they're interesting. Let's be real. They're very interesting. The hollow moon, already talked about that.
He's usually quite funny with his stuff. He doesn't usually talk about this stuff, Luke. He usually talks about stuff on YouTube. He's only just started talking about this past I don't think he's a twat. I think he's all right. It's quite funny. He can't be funny. Obviously he doesn't know what he's talking about here. He's just taking the surface level info.
It's scientifically explainable, but the most enduring theory in regard to Antarctica is...
Hey, plain and simple. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Probably the hollow Earth theory. It's a theory that suggests our planet contains a habitable inner world, which is accessible through openings at the poles. One in the south, it's where Admiral Byrd flew his little suppository craft in, and one at the north. There are several pieces of evidence that geniuses point to when discussing the hollow Earth. Admiral Byrd's alleged alien encounters, number one, unusual aurora phenomenon in Antarctica, and magnetic anomalies that can cause navigation equipment to malfunction. And
he's actually a comedian. He is actually a comedian. I think he does stand up as well. He does do stand up. Not your type of comedy, obviously, but he does do stand up, I think.
Satellite imagery that shows missing data around both poles. So it's like, they're hiding it. Ah, good. I don't want to know about that shit. I'd rather just be a peon and just love my family and stuff, Life ain't that bad. I don't need to know about aliens. By the way, we checked. The poles are blurry on Google Earth. It's missing blurred data. I'm not sure. That's not what poles look like. I don't assume they look blurry, okay? I don't think you go there and it's all blurred out.
No such thing as a bloody South Pole. Well, actually, there's 7 of them. I think there's 7 ceremonial poles, something like that. But on the South Pole, as they declare on heliocentrism, no, there isn't, because there's no such thing as heliocentrism. Well, there is such a thing as heliocentrism, but not a heliocentric model. That's not reality, should I say.
There's a lot of blurred spots on the South and North Pole. I don't know. I guess I know why. Military installation or whatever. Who's gonna who's gonna be like, what? There's like, you can see military bases in the United States and in, like, what? Who? Don't blur that. You're gonna.
Drunk debunk, whatever he does, right? He's malicious with what he does. He's passive aggressive. This guy's just trying to be funny about what he does, I think. But drunk debunk is like passive. He's a dick, complete dick. He's passive aggressive. Whatever he does, he's trying to cause trouble with people. You know, he causes drama because he's not intelligent enough. Somebody said it, because he's not intelligent enough to see the truth.
Dermot, you're gonna scare the host. Now, of course, scientists explain the blurring as a limitation of satellite orbits, but I and my fellow geniuses interpret these gaps as evidence of hidden openings to the Hollow Earth and/or conspiracies. Okay, guys? And the Hollow Earth isn't really even a new idea.
And this part is actually conspiracies he's talking about. The conspiracies is out there. You know what I mean? This part is meant to be the conspiracies part.
The concept of Hades, the Buddhists believed in Agartha. Human cultures for a very long time have imagined vast worlds.
But it's still surface level. It is surface level.
Beneath the feet, us poor surface dwellers. And Antarctica, with its unexplored depths beneath miles of ice, provides the perfect canvas for this dream, this hidden world of monsters or whatever. So the Nazis went to Antarctica. Operation High Jump really happened. Satellite imagery shows missing data on the visual appearance of Antarctica from the satellite view. There is things that defy particle physics and our understanding of it in terms of hearing radio waves. Ding, 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 ding. Lots of weird stuff going on. There's also the ice wall theory, which I think deserves its own video, because that is like,
I think that's the best theory because it's most likely. But there would be a dome there as well. So what's he saying about deserves his own video?
There's some, I could probably get into contact with I know a pilot who believes that that's a legit thing, who's seen it, apparently, allegedly. The scariest part of all of this to me is the amount.
Yeah, that's good if you do, because he probably has.
Of resources that are contained in the continent of Antarctica. In 1991, a bunch of countries signed the Madrid
not a continent.
Protocol, and that protocol banned all mining in Antarctica.
Probably not a continent.
Until 2048. And that's just 23 years away. And when that treaty expires, a vote of 75% of signatory nations could potentially open Antarctica up for resource extraction. So a lot of the caginess and secrecy and desire to go there makes more sense when you consider the following. Antarctica contains an estimated 200 billion barrels of oil, which is more than Saudi Arabia. Its mineral wealth includes...
So if he does do something on the ice wall, I'll cover it because I want to see if he takes the piss out of that. You know what I mean?
Gold.
To see what he thinks about it. And the only reason I did this one is because I wanted someone that's not in on the flat earth debate and the heliocentric debate to see why, see what they thought, why we were not allowed in Antarctica, see if it's the same as what the rest of us get told and stuff like that. You know? Or see what he actually thought. But he hasn't come to his conclusion on that anyway. He's just telling us the surface level stuff. But yeah, this is meant to be the conspiracy part.
Platinum, rare earth elements, neodymium, little tiny alien bacteria that can turn iron into sulfur, and
that is bullshit. That does not happen. Like said, Sonny said it with that sun and oxygen.
Iron oxide, plus coal reserves there dwarf our existing deposits, and Antarctica holds 70% of the world's fresh water locked in ice. It's an unbelievably valuable source of resources. It's potentially priceless. So there's the preventatory measure of the Madrid Protocol, and on top of that, current extraction costs make it economically unviable to utilize Antarctica for resource extraction, because if it was real, you know, it's going to happen eventually. But why is there a massive military presence? Why are there nations positioning themselves for 2048 if resources aren't even accessible? Why do people care so much about Antarctica, aside from it being a desolate place and them wanting to do experiments up there for desolate stuff? Why? Why? Why not just do it in my backyard? And pay me something. I'll let you do it if you pay me. It's not nearly as cold in my backyard. Just come on. I'm kind of the Clint Eastwood of conspiracy theories. You want to know why? Apparently the year that Brokeback Mountain came out, it was reported that Clint Eastwood hadn't actually seen the movie, therefore he would not vote on it, which would eventually prevent Brokeback Mountain from receiving a nomination for Best Picture of the Year at the Oscars. You know? And much like Clint Eastwood, there are ways to get there.
I didn't even talk about, what was that?
By the way, it is possible to go to Antarctica
No
if
idea
you
what
want to. If you're not a military guy or a researcher of some kind, you can go as a tourist. There are ways to get there. You're looking at tens of thousands of dollars minimum, but the cost to get in isn't the real barrier. It's the actual permits to get in. Every commercial operator must work through IAATO, the International Association of Antarctica Tour Operators.
Now, that is true. That is very true, but still surface level information.
And through that, only 100 people are allowed ashore at any time from cruise ships, and every landing site must be pre-approved and every activity must be monitored. So you're allowed to explore Antarctica about as much as you're allowed to explore North Korea. Something like that. You're taking a carefully choreographed tour of exactly what you are allowed to see. Now, if you think you can charter your own expedition, you'll need permits from your home country, environmental impact assessments, proof of insurance that most companies won't provide, with search and rescue guarantees that are unbelievably expensive. Antarctica is a system that is designed to keep average people out, and it seems like for reasons that are suspicious and confusing, not exactly environmental reasons. The biggest fortress in Antarctica is not a geometric shape of aliens or some kind of military base from the United States. It's the legal fortress there. 7 nations have claims on pieces of Antarctica: Argentina, Australia, Chile, France, New Zealand, Norway, and the United Kingdom. Some of these claims are overlapping.
No problem, Baza. What you saying? Everyone, in case I missed you, and that, got you. What? They went to Brokeback Mountain once or twice, but who's counting? They still can't show those big ocean animals. What are you saying, babe? What are you saying?
Hello.
Hello, what are you saying?
Nothing. Just thought I'd come in and say hi.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, are you?
Yeah. Can't wait to finish this, to be honest.
A bit,
You know, I tell you, this one.
burnt, I think.
What? You what? What, babe?
I think I'm lagging. I think I'm
Yeah,
lagging.
yeah, you are. You're not hearing me?
I'll restart and come back.
All right.
I can hear you, but I feel like there's a big gap.
Right. Tell me when you hear me now. Say now when you hear me. Ugh.
When?
That's
Say
what-
now then.
I just did. I said, okay, when I say now,
I didn't
now,
know I was meant to go on that one. Right, do it again.
now,
Do it again.
now.
I heard you.
Right, okay, so
I
you're not
heard you.
lagging now. Right, so what you saying?
Nothing. I can't go out in the sun anymore today because I think I is a bit red.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I
I
don't
thought
think
I'd
it's a
come
good
in.
idea.
Say hi.
And you're not even putting on sun
What?
cream. You're just not even putting on sun cream. That stuff's, oh, I don't know. That sun's terrible. I can't stand it.
I
Doing a good
loving
job
it.
considering you're at work, Maza. Say again.
I love it. The sun.
You are still lagging a little bit, but it's cool.
I
Right.
know. I'm
let's-
going to restart and come back in.
Well, well, I was going to say you can if you want, but I'm nearly finished this.
That's all right. I'll come back in because I can talk to you.
All right. See you in a minute.
which could cause international incidents, but they don't because of Article 4 of the Antarctic Treaty that freezes all territorial disputes as of the time. You notice that I didn't mention that America had a claim, or Nazi Germany had a claim, or the Russians, even though they're all there. Well, the Nazis aren't. They're gone. It's because nobody can officially own Antarctica, but there are 7 nations who claimed it first, who kind of get to act like they do own it when it comes to controlling their sectors. It's a legal maze. It's very confusing.
Yeah, and they all continue to agree. Since when has any country been able to agree on anything for any length of time? Isn't that weird?
So let's say you want to investigate something in the British Antarctic territory. You need permission from the UK. But if the UK doesn't officially own it because of the treaty, then they don't really have any control, but they control access because of their claim, but other nations don't recognize the claim because of the treaty? I don't understand it. It's very difficult to understand. You just can't get permission to go because a bureaucratic deadlock. It's perfect for keeping people out. Oh yeah, China's also there, and they've been rapidly expanding from 0 to now 5 Antarctic bases just in the last few decades. They call it research, but it looks like resource mapping. It's exactly what they did in what they're doing in Africa. The US operates 3 year-round stations and flies military cargo planes to Antarctica regularly. Russia maintains several bases and conducts operations that have nothing at all to do with penguins. They don't exactly seem like research programs. It's occupying forces maintaining
None of it has anything to do with bloody penguins.
strategic positions waiting for 2048 when they can extract resources, it seems like. McMurdo Base, by the way, is the largest research station in Antarctica. It is operated by Raytheon, which is a defense contractor that's behind advanced weapon systems. So why is the biggest research base in Antarctica operated by a defense contractor? I don't, and we'll never know, you know, born secret and all that.
Well, I think we do know.
So when someone tells you Antarctica is off limits for environmental protection, immediately make fun of them and say, if so, then why does the
We never officially know, but we know.
legal framework look exactly like the framework that you would want to create if you wanted to maintain exclusive access to something incredibly valuable while realistically being able to keep everyone else locked out? Ask them that and do it in like a mocking voice. Antarctica is not protected by international law. Antarctica is controlled by international law, the globalists. But unfortunately, if you do make fun of them, you might have to hear a witty retort. They're going to say something like this: Antarctica isn't actually just another continent. It is a living climate control system for the entire planet. Antarctica contains, like the guy in the video earlier,
The entire what? The entire what? This thing is planets.
earlier mentioned, 70% of the world's fresh water locked in ice. And if that ice were to melt, global sea levels were to rise.
Look at that. Antarctica with a dome, look. You see how he's edited it? Looks like he's got a dome. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. What an image right there, look. Antarctica with a dome. It's a bit of a little dome, you know what I mean? It wouldn't cover the whole Earth, but, you know, it's a dome.
And if the Antarctic weather were to shift, the entire planet would feel it. Plus, the ecosystem in Antarctica is incredibly fragile. For example, a single footprint in the wrong place could remain visible for decades, and the continent hosts tons of unique microbial communities.
Exactly, my point, Sonny. Well, I didn't make that point, but my thoughts, should I say. The treaties prove that no country is actually independent, otherwise greed would have caused a war over Antarctica by now. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Since when is a country able to agree on anything? You know what I mean? So, absolutely, 100%. It's all part of the stage. It's all part of the world stage.
That have evolved in isolation for millions of years, potentially holding keys to medical breakthroughs that we haven't even been able to imagine yet, nor access in any other part of the world. Of course, it's a valuable area that governments around the world take very seriously because they have, you know, the right things in mind. They actually want to take care of the people, and Antarctica has some breakthroughs. They might say that to you, and then you can just hit them with one of those. and they go like this. Realistically, though, even small-scale human activity can devastate different colonies of creatures, penguins and seals for that matter. Plus, the introduction of non-native species, which humans love to do, even microscopic ones, could be catastrophic for ecosystems that have no natural defenses. And because Antarctica is so isolated, it's, you know, that is very realistic. And when you take into consideration that Antarctica is arguably the most hostile environment on Earth for human survival, I don't even know about arguably. I think it is. We're talking temperatures of minus 120 degrees Fahrenheit and 200-mile-an-hour winds and blizzards that last for weeks.
Really? Didn't seem like that when I seen a group over there. When was it? Last December? Didn't see any wind at all. Not even like a 10-mile-an-hour wind. I didn't see. Talking about 200-mile-an-hour wind. I didn't see a 10-mile-an-hour wind. I didn't see any blizzards. I seen clear skies. Weird that. Weird. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Four Jacks saying to Sonny, Antarctic Treaty and C19 are proof of a one world system. Aye, absolutely C19 is. Because the whole world agreed to do the same thing. The exact same thing. Wear bloody stupid masks. And lock yourselves up in your house. Don't go out a distance of 6 feet. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Everybody agreed. The whole world agreed on that. Pretty much.
It's the combination of that extreme
100% proof, I think.
Extreme cold, hurricane force wind, and complete whiteout conditions year-round can create situations where rescue of a person can become impossible. For example, in 2013, a Russian research vessel was trapped in ice for 10 days, and it required an international rescue effort that cost millions of dollars and put dozens and dozens of lives at risk. And those are professionals. So imagine if they let your hungry ass up there. That's not theoretical. People die in Antarctica regularly, and the logistical challenges of just operating there are staggering. So, there's plenty of realistic reasons aside from all the fun ones. So anyways, think what you will about Antarctica. There is definitely valid reasons to not go there. And there are some more suspicious reasons in mythology and lore that surrounds it that's very interesting. And it is inarguable that Antarctica is incredibly valuable and the continent.
I think there's plenty of valid reason to go there if we could freely go there. Definitely. I think we should all go there. If we could freely go there and it was cheap enough to go there, yeah. I don't think we shouldn't go there just because it's cold.
And contains billions of barrels of oil, mineral deposits, and 70% of the world's fresh water. All incredibly important things. And important things make governments lie and do weird shit. So anyway.
Look at all of his either patrons or members or whatever. This is them, how fast they're going. He's got 5 million subs. This is how many patrons or members he's probably got. And I've paused it and you can see some names.
Anyways,
wow.
See you guys in the next video. Go to sour.gg, buy some candy.
Yeah, he's got a candy store and all that. Yeah, look at them, man. He's got tons. He's got plenty of money to go to plenty of Antarctica. He could go into Antarctica now and pay for the rest of the crew as well, if you wanted to. Anyway. If he does cover the ice wall, if he does do something about the ice wall, I'll see what he says about that because, yeah, that was just surface level stuff, you know, the normal stuff. Some of this, mind you, there was something one thing I hadn't heard of, but that was something to do with Hitler that didn't happen, to do with the Nazis that didn't happen. Yeah, so, yeah, surface level. But like I says, I wanted to do it. So I wanted to see what someone that wasn't in on the debate wanted to say about it. But, you know, it's just the same stuff we usually hear. Sort of thing. What are you saying, babe? Turned it off. Okay, she's not coming back in because she said the laptop was taking its time to restart. Hold on, let me just type to her. Turn it back on, babe. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. I will be on tonight, movie night, probably about 11 p.m., 11:30 p.m. GMT. That'll be The Chosen and a movie I've decided called Eden, where they go to Galapagos. Back 1929, they go to Galapagos Islands or something, and it's like ends up being like a struggle for power and all that kind of thing. Hold on, let me just see what she says. So we'll try that. It kind of seems a bit weird. It's called Eden, and then they go to Galapagos. It's kind of mixing creation. It's nothing to do with creation, but it's mixing creation and Darwinism up at the same time. I'll pop on tonight when you're on. Oh, she's saying she'll pop on tonight when I'm live. But if Flats has the 4 topics, 4 hours, 4 topics thing, I dare say it'll be like a more on the panel. So if he's got that, I'll be on tonight. But if it's not, if it's a normal topic, then obviously I won't be on Flats because it's just the anti-flat earthers he's having on at the minute. He's just debating them one at a time. So, but if he does have the 4 hours, 4 topics, 4 hours thing, then I should be on that. But let's play out with a Mr. Harry Mack. Is that what I was going to say? Yeah, Mr. Harry Mack. But yeah, if he does do something on the ice wall, I'll cover it just to see what he says. Because yeah, I agree, it was a little bit dodgy, that one. Definitely agree, it was a little bit dodgy. In general, I usually find him in some of his other stuff. I usually find him. I get sick of him. So he's not my type of humor. But some of the things he can say can be quite funny. You know what I mean? In general. But that one's a little dodgy, as far as I can see. Anyway, let's play it with Harry Mack for now. Right, let's try this one.
What you guys doing?
What's good, old man?
What's good?
Can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Yeah, you
did he call Harry Mack an old man now? Let me just check that.
How you guys doing?
What's good, old man?
What's good?
He
says, "What's good, old man?" I would say he's that old, would you?
I do a freestyle for you guys.
Mind you, to them, they're what? Another, they're 18, 19, maybe 20. Yeah, to them, he's got to be ancient.
Yeah, you can.
Yo, it's Harry Mack.
Yeah.
Is it actually, who's that?
Yeah. Can you sing me the thing where like we hold up the object and then
the thing where you hold it? Yeah, sure.
All right.
Wait, what?
Start off. Yo, record.
Scrub it. Okay, yeah.
All right. Should we do this?
Yeah, let's go.
I'll do a record. I got this.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey. Classics. All right. Hold on. Yeah. Speaker system about to go boom. H-Mac really up in the room. I be saying RIP to the villain. RIP out to MF Doom. Yeah, they be saying food. Y'all know I'm that microphone holder. All of these lyrics that I spit, they be colder. Shouts out to homie who be gripping the controller. Yeah,
I could for Jacks, but I dare say I wouldn't get a reply with 5 million subs. He's got a business and all that through YouTube and that, isn't he? So I dare say I wouldn't. Just about to finish as well, Salad. But I am on tonight again. I'm doing movie night tonight, Salad. And obviously, if Flats is having a panel, I'll be on his. But if he's not having a panel, obviously I won't. But yeah. Do you know, I've just realised I've done this song already. I just downloaded this today and I've already done it. And he's done a newer one, but I'll just play it since it's already playing.
Shouts to the mass villain. Every time I grip up on the mic, you know I'm ailing. Yeah, I'm about to pull it off. Cause when it come to lyrics, never is my flow so soft. Yeah, I be spitting it hard. Y'all know I got the dopest flow. He be holding the remote control. Please don't change the channel. When I spit off the top, leave the game dismantled. Lit like a candle, we be doing better each and every time I slam. Hey, I be spitting clever like a Kendrick record. I be making people say, damn. Yeah, every time I rhyme, I'ma drop that verse. When you finish with the record, you can run it in reverse. Every time that I spit, man, I ain't never penning them bars. Much love out to Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, every time I spit freeze, they gritty. Good kid in the mad city. Taking no pity. Shouts to the GOAT. I be getting loose when I kick the quotes. Hey, he be holding up the soda. Yeah, it looks like the cherry lime. People be pulling out their phones each and every time they hear Harry rhyme. Yeah, showing them what I'm about. I'm getting loose on this route. Fire comes out of my mouth. Click on my video using your mouse. You got the LEDs. Off of the dome spitting hella freeze. I'ma make it say, oh snap, like the brand of a sweater. Yo, there's a wide gap between me and other rappers. Y'all know I'm doing it larger. Plug me in like the charger. I'ma get electrical. My freestyle skills are immeasurable. Yeah, Can't nobody rap like the Mad Kid. You about to need chapstick, cause I'm spitting the flames, I'll be spitting the heat, leaving you dry. Unbelievable guy, yeah, he's getting fly. Y'all know that I holler skills, I'm worth more than $1 bill. Matter of fact, you better pull out another Benjamin. Then again, dope lyrics, I ain't never penning them. High, incentivized, all of y'all to hear the rhymes that's truly fly. They say Harry Mack really is a sweetheart. They be calling me a cutie pie, it's do or die. Yo, who am I? Ludacris whenever I be dropping the skills. Hey, y'all know I be lobbing something ill off the tip now. I be coming through with the 6 sound. Any mic that's in my face, y'all know I'm about to flame it up. I'ma keep it honest, homie, that much is a promise. I be playing games like Sonic Mania. Yeah, changing the game, what he's for. He be raw, they be all up on the PlayStation. I'm amazing, microphone's what I'm blazing. I'm the rapper everybody's chasing. Okay, just do it all up in my psyche. I be earning checks like Nike. Y'all know I be rattling the speakers. Nike, the brand of the sneakers. Spreading over tracks, I be racing. My flows are amazing. Microphone, what I'm blazing. Yeah, y'all know we take it to the top. Every time I rhyme, I be ready to ride. Yeah, they came through with the homie Kite. Makes sense, cause Mac is taking flight. I be leading y'all to the slaughter. In the background, I see Midnight Marauders. Yeah, that's a classic. And my whole entire tribe on a quest. And I'm about to stretch out like elastic. And you know that the vibe really fresh. Okay, every single flow ain't great. Might pop up in the sun of shades. Yeah, I might need the ones that are green. H-Mac really brought the thunder that's mean. Doing it better when I be doing the clever. Right off the top of the mental, you know my thoughts are essential when I be doing the clever. Hey, I'ma trouble you with freeze. He be in the shirt for WB. Rapping for the team, all my flows rare, God. You can listen to me through your speakers or your AirPods. Every time I rhyme, I'm the flyest and I'm major. I do it different, feeling like I'm Tyler, the creator. Hey, better go and pack.
I'm just finished. Hey, you all right?
Yeah, I didn't know
How
if
you
you
doing?
were started or finished. I didn't. It
No,
said
just
that
finished.
you were.
Just finished, bro. Just finished.
Damn, why did I miss that? How was the stream?
Yeah, it was all right. It was all right. Not too bad. Oompaville, talking about Antarctica. You know what I mean, I changed it from Space Busters. I don't trust Space Busters at all. So I changed it from that to just someone. I just wanted to see it from someone that wasn't in the debate point of view. It was Oompaville, but it was just surface level stuff, sort of thing. But he said he's got to do a separate video on the ice wall, so I'll check that out when he does it. But I dare say it'll be surface level as well. It's a bit dodgy. It's a bit dodgy. I usually think he's quite funny. It's not my type of comedy because he's a comedy dude, but he's not usually my type of comedy. But some of the things he says is funny. But today there's a few like dodgy bits about it because it was surface level stuff, and yeah, it was just a few bits that didn't seem right. You know what I mean? Sort of thing.
The only thing I'm getting out of Space Busters is they're like etherites, dude. That's what they.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
science.
I think they're pretty shilly, to be honest. I think they're on the same. I think they're the same stamp as Bloodbusters, to be honest.
Yeah,
really are. I mean, they're one of the biggest flat Earth channels out there, the same as Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters. It might as well be.
What he's basically spilling is just Gleason's book and the map, and that's really it for the most part.
Yeah, they're under a bit cutty paste as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cut and paste. Anyway, we've got to finish this off because I've got to do tonight's stream. Got to get tonight's stream sorted as well. So I've got to finish off for this.
I had to get a tire. I would have been here earlier.
Yeah, no problems, man.
I had a flat.
I haven't been on for a couple of days. So I ain't been well. Anyway.
Bag, H-Mac got the massive swag. All these other rappers lag, way behind me. All up in the session, man, that's where you'll probably find me. Okay, on tracks, I be snapping. I be calling plays in the game like Madden. H-Mac, y'all know they love what I report. Entertaining like EA Sports. Yeah, ever since the middle school hallway. EA, entertain always. Yeah, and I never been no dumb shit. Having fun with the rhythm like it was drumsticks. Yeah, and these rappers know very little. I be practicing every day on my paradiddles. I be doing shit that ain't been done yet. Matter of fact, I'm bringing the rhythm behind the drum set. Yeah, y'all know I help you see far. Hey, I'm getting loose with these bars. One man band, you be playing on the drum set first, then you about to go and strum on the guitar. Hey, lyrics they be leaving you floored. Grabbing the guitar, then we playing that chord. Hey, yo, we better stop soon. I be rhyming off everything that's in your room. Okay, I'ma spit with no flaws. Every time I rhyme, I'm sashimi cause I'm raw. Yeah, y'all know I stand tall and I make you feel good like I'm giving a massage. Hey, we about to get it done. Homie pulled out that massage gun. Hell, don't try to stop it, try to violate like a massage gun. You know I make it vibrate. I got them shaking, I got them quaking whenever I'm baking, whenever I'm cooking. Man, you know that I shooks in my feet, stomping on the fault line. Lyrics, they be all mine. Yeah, every time I rhyme and I drop dimes. We done rapped off of every object that you got. Y'all know I'm too ill. Neck off the top of the mantle I came to build. When I'm rhyming off the dome, and you know I got the skill. Let's go.
Yo, my God.
Let's go. That's a good one. I realized when I started playing it, I'd already played this the other night. One of them.
If you can see, I'm ready for work, sir.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You are. What's your name today? Roger
Oh,
today, is it?
Roger Skibbles. Yeah,
Roger
it freaked
Skibbles.
out. It freaked out Saab. I had Tiggy Skibbles, and they're like, "Who the hell's Tiggy Skibbles?"
She's giving them the link to my video. Do you know something? Them videos don't get any, hardly got any views. I think they're funny, but they've got no views. Especially the second one, I was in its 20s, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I left the interview with Tiggy Skibbles with Saab in the private chat. Like, this is
right. Funny. Like, she gave them the link to like the ones I put together. Man, I've got no views on them. I think they're really funny, but I suppose it depends whether they get pushed. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's Vicky.
It's not.
Oh, hell.
Son's social worker. 2 seconds.
Oh, even better.
2 seconds.
I don't know what you're talking about, Saga, but it's funny. So how you guys doing this morning? Four Jacks, Bazza, Logan, Mr. Super's in here, and Little Wings. Funny. Oh, geez. Luke.
My son's social worker. I was just saying, she's going to see him. He might, because he's back on medication that he's doing better on, but he's still losing weight. So if he has to go into hospital and get fluids put into him, then they'll need my permission. I'm like, friggin' hell, man. Of course, so you'll get my permission. Why do you need to ring to ask me if I'll give my permission? Of course, I'm going to give my permission if my son needs fluids. If he's, you know what I mean? If he needs them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Vicky said hi. So hi, Vicky. Sorry.
All right. Okay.
So man, they do that because if you
Roger, what was this? What was this all about? What was you just?
I was trying to do a V, but I couldn't get.
I thought you were doing some kind of like film, like,
gang sign here,
filmography things. Some kind of weird dance shit they do with the fingers.
There's the V for you. There you go. Big V.
I thought you were
Voguing. Ultraman.
I thought you were Voguing.
Oh, Voguing, like Madonna. No,
yeah,
you remember Ultraman? Ultraman used to do this when he shoot his lasers. Like,
is that what he does?
Yeah, the old Ultraman back in the 80s and the 70s, man.
Oh, yeah,
it was a good show. Yeah.
Got you. Right, guys, I'm gonna leave it there, and I will get the stream ready for tonight, and possibly see him flatches. Like I say, if he's got the 4 topics first, because like he's only having one-on-one with flat earthers. It's flat earthers, anti-flat earthers at the minute, isn't he? He hasn't had any. He hasn't had any of us on. It's only anti-flat earthers he's had on lately. Have you been at flatches lately? Have you seen flat? Have you been in this stream in the chat? I mean.
Yeah, I've been in there. I went in, I think, 2 days ago, I think I was on the show. I think
2 days ago, was you? I thought it was only.
Was it?
No, I think it was only. I think he's only had he's only been debating the anti-flat earthers, hasn't he? One-on-one lately.
Is he doing it? I'm gonna go look at him. I think
remember. Tonight he said possibly tonight. Well, I think he's saying it's a better format that way at the minute. I'm like, fine, but I don't like watching them. But that's if he thinks it's better, that's fine by me. But he possibly said he did say that if he's doing when he does the 4 hours, 4 topics sort of thing, he'll have a full panel. So I dare say if that's the night, we'll be on. If not, then I'll see you on mine later on.
When was the last time he did that? It was like last week. Yeah.
Last week. So I dare say that'll be tonight. Tonight or tomorrow night, one of the other. It'll be the weekend nights. One of the nights he's not working, so he can go 4 hours. You know what I mean? But I can only make like 3 hours of it because I have to start my stream. You know what I mean? So I'll only
And I
do
got to
that for-
work. I get to check in on my break and I'll see what he's doing. on
That's the
lunch.
thing as well, because the time that he can have us on is the time that I've got something else to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I won't be able to be on as often. I won't be on Flats as often now, especially now with it just being him v anti-flat earthers sort of thing. All right, but bless you guys. I'll see you later on. Here the sunset's free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeed. Ta-da.